Hey there friends, thank you for joining me today. This is blending video number 2. This week we're working on the sound, like the shirt card, and we're going to be working on spelling patterns ER, IR, UR, and OR. For all of these spelling patterns, it is going to say the sound. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the first word, surf, your turn. Surf, thank you. UR says F says f. Let's blend it. Surf, surf. All right, next word, turned. So that's going to start off with the word turn. So that's ta. UR says and says ta, turn. And then I'm going to add ed to this word in order to make it turned. And so this is like you're going to turn a doorknob. I turned the doorknob. All right, next word, bird bath. So B says ba. IR says D says da. Ba. Short A, TH, ba, da, ba, bird bath. So this word is a compound word, which is two words that come together to make one word. So you kind of cut that up into the words bird and the word bath. They come together to make the word bird bath. Okay, next word, girl. Ga. IR will say L says ol. Let's blend. Ga, ol, girl. So that is also a high frequency word. All right, next word, never. N says the short E, V says va. And then ER will say the sound. Let's blend. Never. Next word, herself. So that is ha. ER will say short E, and LF will come together to say ulf. So ha, ulf, herself. All right, next word, work. Wa. OR will say K will say ka. Wa, ka, work. So I'm going to add an ER to this word work and turn it into worker. So work is a verb, to work or to go to work. So someone who goes to work is a worker. So let's go ahead and read what we have so far. Surf, turned, bird bath, girl, never, herself, worker. Your turn. Wonderful, thanks so much. All right, next word, painter. So P says pup. A little bit of review here. AI is going to say that long A, and says n, and then we can put NT together to make nt. So nt, paint. And then we're going to add ER at the end, that sound. Nt, painter, painter. And so paint is a thing, it is a verb, it is something you can do, you can paint. A person who paints is a painter. All right, next word, helper, helper. H says shorty LP can come together, ulp, and we make the word ulp, help, okay? And I'm gonna add ER to this word, help, to make helper. Let's go ahead and blend this. Ulper, helper, okay? So help can be a verb, and then a person who helps is a helper. So a help will be a verb, and then you add ER to it, and it turns it into a noun. Same with paint. Paint can be a verb, and when you add ER, it becomes a noun. Farmer, farmer. F says, here's some review from the star card last week. AR says R. M says and then ER says farmer. So a farm is a place, and someone who works on a farm or has a farm is a farmer. So let's go ahead and blend that. Farmer. Okay, let's go ahead and read our whole board. Surf, turned, bird bath, girl, never, herself, worker, painter, helper, farmer. Your turn. Fantastic. Thanks so much. Let's go ahead and do some sentences. High frequency word, the. B says ba. IR says D says da, ba, da, bird. High frequency word is. High frequency word in. A. H says ha. UR says but we're going to double up on that sound and add an extra R. And then this Y is going to make that short E. E, hurry. 2. C says ka. Short A, and then TCH works together to say cha, ka, at, cha, catch. The, wa. OR will say wa, worm. All right, let's read the sentence together. The bird is in a hurry to catch the worm. Your turn. Wonderful. So I want you to think about the nouns, the verbs, and the punctuation, and we'll come back in a few minutes and work on that. So we'll do our second sentence. The, ga, IR says L says ul. I'm going to add S to this word. Girls, girls. At, wa. OR says K says ka, wa, ka, work. Wa. ER says and then we're going to have that silent E, wa, were. So were is also a high frequency word. So we know that we can't always sound out high frequency words. TH says IR says ST says thirst. So that doesn't quite make sense. So I'm going to add a Y there, which is going to sound like a long E. E, thirsty. Let's go ahead and read our sentence. The girls at work were thirsty. Your turn. Thank you so much. So let's go back up to sentence 1 and let's talk about nouns and verbs. So if you think you know one of the nouns, go ahead and shout it out. Bird. Excellent. Bird is a noun. It is a thing. Okay. What else? What else? You're right. Worm. Worm is also a noun. It is something you could touch, but you might not want to. And what about our verbs? Hurry. Hurry. And catch. Catch. Right. And do we have any adjectives? No, we don't have any adjectives, but we do need punctuation. So go ahead and shout out what kind of punctuation we need. You're right, we need a period. I mean, you could have an exclamation point there, depending on how you would say it. The bird is in such a hurry to catch the worm. Then you might have an exclamation point. All right, so let's work on nouns and verbs with this sentence. So yes, girls is a noun. Girls are people. And what else? Work. Work is a noun in this case because it is a place. It is a place. And what about our verbs? Were is our verb in this sentence. It is kind of a tricky one because it's not an action, but it is telling what these girls are. And what are these girls? They are thirsty. So that is our adjective. The adjective thirsty is describing the girls. And what about our punctuation? What about our punctuation? This sentence will need a period at the end. Again, if you were to say this with a little bit more emphasis, you might need an exclamation point. The girls at work were so thirsty. Make sure you get them a drink. They were super thirsty. You might have an exclamation point there. So let's go ahead and read our whole board again. Surf, turned, bird bath, girl, never, herself, worker, painter, helper, farmer. Let's read our first sentence. The bird is in a hurry to catch the worm. Fantastic. Let's read our second sentence. The girls at work were thirsty. So what I'd like you to do is write the blending board in your journal. If you want to do this together during office hours, I would love to see you. You can also watch this video a second time and turn the sound off, and then try to read all of these words and sentences on your own. Maybe you can read them to someone in your house. You can read them to me if you come to office hours. Thanks so much, friends. Enjoy the rest of your day.